APNvideo.com is on the air. Today we're coming to you from beautiful Tempe Diablo Stadium, the winter home of the Los Angeles Angels. And today it's home to the 2024 MSBL World Series, where today, 25 Mountain Division National Championship, the Dallas Orioles will be taking on the Los Angeles Legends. They're the number one seed, undefeated coming in. My name is Jeff Lowry with APN Sports. What a pitching match that we have in store for you here today. It's going to be Robbie Brown going up against another right-hander in Trevor Sims. And so you look at the two managers out there at this time, Anthony Cass on the left representing the Orioles, and Brett Klasko, who pitched an outstanding game just recently for the Legends and helping them get to where they are today, is the manager for the Legends. So when we come back from Tempe, Arizona, the Legends have taken the field. We'll take a short pause, and we'll have all the exciting play-by-play action of the 2024 MSBL World Series. You're getting a look at the starting pitcher, the right-hander Robbie Brown, hard-throwing right-hander. And his pitching opponent will be Jacob Sundreth, and we'll see him when the Dallas Orioles take the field in the bottom of the first inning. Defensively, for the Legends, Shahagan at first base, Cody Stevens is at second base, Rosengard is at shortstop, Kucha at third, Schuster in left, Fryer center, and Matt Politis. And a special thanks goes out to him for setting up today's broadcast. Alvarez, I believe, is doing the catching. I didn't get the starting catcher when the lineup was handed to us, so our apologies, but I think it is Alvarez doing the catching. There's Matt out in right field. So we're ready to go here in this championship game. A little acknowledgement upstairs to the man upstairs. And the first pitch is ball one, and this game is underway. Robbie Brown, hard thrower. And that one is going to be taken 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff hitter, Scott Split. The 1-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit near the bag at second. And from the outfield, a spectacular play by Stevens to get the out. Well, he looked like a major leaguer on that one. Gosh, I thought that was Craig Biggio for a moment. And a nice play out there at second base by Cody Stevens, and there's one down. Now the second place hitter is Jamie Lovell, and he goes after the first offering from Robbie Brown and pops out to the shortstop. Rosengard makes the play, and just like that, 2 down. So the third place hitter, and this is a hard-hitting right-hand hitter, and Gabe Gonzalez. And he fouls off the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Gonzalez, one of their top run producers here in 2024. As you look at the Legends bench, everybody up on the railing, and that's the way it should be. Here's a fly ball in the deep right field. Matt going back, still going back, can't make a play, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall, nearly 400 feet away from home plate, and this will be a triple. So a 2-out triple extends the Dallas Orioles' top half of the first inning, and now give Aaron Mashbitz a chance to drive in a run here in the first. But Matt shaking up on the play. You can see that he's really favoring that right shoulder, and he's not too happy about it, and he is going to have to come out of the game. He must be in a lot of pain for this guy, who's one of the top gamers, I think, in the MSBL World Series, and to have him come out on his own, and he is really hurting. He is definitely disappointed because obviously with a championship game and on the line here, and they need his bat, they need his leadership, and so he is coming out of the ball game. And now Mashbitz digs in against Robbie Brown with a runner at third and 2 out. No score, top of the first, and he was tardy on the pitch, got a piece of it, and it's 0-1. One ball, one strike as Robbie Brown misses outside with maybe a slider or might have just been a fastball. One ball, one strike. Top of the first, 25 Mountain Division winner-take-all championship, the 1-1. And it's low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Brown versus Aaron Mashbitz at the plate, the cleanup hitter for the Dallas Orioles. Got a good crowd here on hand at Tempe Diablo Stadium, which opened in 1969. Here's a ball lifted back of second, and this ball's going to be caught by Stevens. That saves a run. It ends the inning. After a half an inning of play, the Orioles nothing and the LA Legends coming up. You're watching APN's coverage of the 2024 MSBL World Series. First time up for the Legends, led by manager Brett Klasko. Ethan Hale will start things off and take a fastball high and away, ball 1. Jacob Sudrith. We got a good pitching matchup here today. Don't let the records fool you, because so many times it's who's on the mound that determines wins and losses. That's a strike at the letters, and it's even on Ethan Hale. It'll be Cody Stevens to follow, and then Ben Rosengard at shortstop. So Hagan would follow if somebody gets on base. That's too high, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. There's a look at Jacob Sudrith, the starting pitcher for the Orioles here today. And a little tardy on that one. 2-2 is the count on the leadoff hitter, Ethan Hale. He is an extra hitter. We may see him defensively later. Cody Stevens on deck, the second baseman. And did he go around the appeal? And they say no. So the count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Home half of the first inning. First up for the Los Angeles Legends is Ethan Hale. Want to keep this guy off the base paths. He's got good wheels. And the 3-2 pitch. And he got that one on the trademark and pops it up to the first baseman, who will make the play, and that's Aaron Mashbitz, 1 down. So he took him 6 pitches in that count. That's what you want at minimal out of your leadoff hitter. You want to try to run up that pitch count as soon as you can. Next up is second baseman Cody Stevens. Trevor Sims is the starting pitcher. Trevor Sims, number 69, and we were told number 55, and that was incorrect. So after he turned around, I saw 69 on his back. I realized that was not Mr. Sudrith. Instead, it's Trevor Sims. So Sims is on the mound in this 25 Mountain Division National Championship game. It's a winner-take-all, not the best of 3 or 5. And he's got a live fastball. Both he and starting pitcher for the LA Legend, Robbie Brown, very live fastballs, probably at least mid-80s. And that's outside ball 4. So the first base runner is Cody Stevens, who made an outstanding defensive play in the field. Actually had 2 very nice plays in the field in the top of the first inning. No score, bottom half of the first inning, Ben Rosengard. And he had a healthy cut at that high fastball, came up empty-handed. No balls and 1 strike on the starting third place hitter in the lineup for Brett Klasko and shortstop. Fouled off, a couple of strikes on the third place hitter. Let's see if Stevens might take off here to stay out of that ground double play situation. It's too high. Keep a close eye at the runner at first. And another 2-strike pitch. That one in close, almost got him in the hands. And a couple of balls and 2 strikes here on third place hitter Ben Rosengard. Bottom half of the first inning. The first baseman, Jake Sahagan, is on deck. LA Legends undefeated coming in. The pitch. And this one foul. Did he break his bat on that one? It kind of sounded like it, and he did. Well, that'll go into the trash can. And Trevor Sims, a warm afternoon here at Tempe Diablo Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. Temperatures in the mid to high 80s. I think it's 87 right now. Fly ball foul out of play. 84 degrees. Thank you very much. 84 degrees our temperature. And strike 3 called, and he knew it. Letter high fastball. First strikeout of the ball game, and now Sahagan, the first baseman. We're in the first. No score. Runner at first with 2 out. And that one taking a fastball too high. 1 ball and no strikes. Hard-hitting Scott Savage is on deck for the Legends. Sims kicks and fires. 1 ball, no strikes. Now kicks and fires, and time was called. A little cat and mouse game between pitcher and hitter. Too high, runner goes. The one-hop throw is not in time, and a stolen base. First steal of the day for either team. As we play here in the bottom half of inning number 1, the Legends trying to push across the first run of the game. And here's a ground ball, base hit center field. Here's the center fielder up with the ball. He throws home, but it's not going to be in time. The speedy Stevens scores from second on an RBI 2-out hit by Jake Sahagan. 1-0 Legends lead it here in the home half of the first inning. That'll bring up Scott Savage, right-handed hitter, hard-hitting right-hand hitter. And he's batting in the number 5 spot for Brett Klasko and the Legends. First pitch, and Sims catches the outside corner for a called strike. Unfortunately for them, their second baseman was backing up. One ball, 1 strike. Two out with a runner at first base. Let's see if they do a little hit and run here in this at bat. Maybe not on 1-1. Don't have to. A wild pitch moves the runner up to second base and into scoring position. In the air and out of play. A couple of strikes now on Savage. Championship game, winner take all. Another 2-strike pitch coming up, and here it is, and a swing and a miss. A couple of strikeouts for Trevor Sims, but the Legends push across the first run of the ball game, and they go to the top of the second, leading the Orioles 1-0. Getting a look at downtown Tempe, Arizona. Boy, it has really grown. I mean, they've got some skyscrapers now, and it's not the same Tempe that when I first moved here way back in the day. I'm not going to give you the year. As we go to the top of the second, and second baseman Adam Tuzinski. Big cut and a miss. The only way I think you're going to hit that high fastball, is that even the count at 1-1, you better anticipate that it's a high fastball, and you have to get the barrel out in front in most cases, where you're going to pop up or foul it off or swing and miss. He got the barrel out in front that time, and a nice ground ball on a good pickup there by the shortstop, and Benjamin throws him out number 1. That ball was hit hard. It came off the bat right around 95 miles per hour. According to StatCast, powered by Evil Google. I shouldn't say that. They do give us YouTube. Next up is Wandera, Pete Wandera. One out, nobody on, top of the second inning. That's in there for a goal, called strike. Top of the second inning. Bouncing ball foul. Couple of strikes on Pete Wandera. Get a look at Robbie Brown, today's starting pitcher for Brett Klasko and his Los Angeles Legends. Swing and a miss, and down he goes, out number 2. A swinging strikeout by Pete Wandera, and the first strikeout of the contest for Robbie Brown. So there's 2 down here in the inning. Tim Haanen will be the 7th place hitter to come to the plate, and he comes up empty-handed. No balls, 1 strike. Nobody on with 2 out here in the top of the second inning. And quickly, 0-2. The first 2 pitches offered by Brown to Haanen, and Haanen was a little bit behind on each of them. Let's see if he can catch up with it. Probably he'll get something with a bend in it here, outside maybe. And the 0-2. Well, he came in and jammed him with a hard fastball. That was a quality pitch. The first baseman will take it to the bag as Jake takes care of business for the Legends, and that'll retire the side. 3 unassisted. Bottom of the second coming up. The Los Angeles Legends lead the Dallas Orioles 1-0. All right, we go to the bottom half of inning number 2 back here at Tempe Diablo Stadium. The Plains, they're coming in about every 30 seconds. Of course, Sky Harbor Airport is just about a mere 3 or 4 miles from here. The runway's probably closer. As we go to the home half of inning number 2. Well, Matt Politis was supposed to bat in this position in the lineup, but he got hurt, and it'll be Ryan Stevens hitting for him. We'll see if, hopefully Matt can still get back in there and maybe even taking at bat at some time, but he was really shaken up. He really hurt that right shoulder, his throwing shoulder, and we just hope that he's all right and he didn't really do too much damage. Here's a line shot to right field, and that ball's going to be caught, and that's out number 1. Well, a nice catch on that sinking line drive by Austin Roderick. First batter retired here in the home half of the second inning, and now Brian Holman with Alex Deck in the on-deck circle here for the Legends. Brian Holman swings and misses, listed as an extra hitter. He did not go around. And a ball hammered, but right at the shortstop. A nice running catch there by Jamie Lovell, and there's 2 down. So Lovell with the putout on Brian Holman. There's 2 down for Alex Delk, batting for the first time. 1-0 Legends. We're in the home half of inning number 2. The wind, the kick, the pitch. Swung on. High fly ball. Lazy can of corn out to center field, left center field. And the play is made, and that'll retire the side. So the putout is made by their center fielder, Scott Splitt. Into 2. Still 1-0 Los Angeles. And the 24 MSBL World Series from the winter home of the Angels. I was told that Ken Griffey Jr., back when it was the Seattle Mariners spring training site, as the first batter up is going to be Austin Roderick, the right fielder. And Roderick goes after the second pitch and bloops one out to shortstop, and making a spectacular grab is Rosengard for out number one. Hang a star on that one. So there's one down here in the inning, a short pop-up off the bat of Austin Roderick, and he got robbed of a base hit. So now the starting pitcher, Trevor Sims, comes to the plate. The Dallas Orioles batting with one out and nobody on, an excuse me swing, and this time it's going to fall in for a hit. I'll tell you what, I think the right fielder might have had that ball if the second baseman, and I'm assuming these two have played a lot of baseball together, and that's going to drop in for a single. A one-out single, the second hit of the day for Dallas. Strike called on Nick Belcher. So Belcher up there, he is the 10th hitter in the lineup. Brown in his third inning of work. They squared a bunt. They throw to first. It's late. And that was strike three, so that is the third punch out for Robbie Brown. We go back to the top of the Dallas order in Scott Split. He bounced out 4-3 back in the first inning, 0 for 1. Top of the third inning. And the pitch is a little bit low, maybe a little inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Jamie Lovell, the shortstop for Dallas, waiting in the wings on deck. Good-looking pitch there, and a nice job at least attempting to frame that pitch was Anthony Alvarez. And it's quickly 2 balls and no strikes on the first hitter in the lineup for the Dallas Orioles. Foul back, and he was all over that one, just a little bit off the top of the bat. 2 balls and 1 strike with Jamie Lovell, the shortstop, on deck. We're in the top of the third, 1-0 Legends. They got an RBI single by their first baseman, Jake Sahagan. And that's in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
22.
Robbie Brown trying to get out of this inning. First runner at first, 2 out. And this should do it. A high pop-up into center field, long run, and a nice catch out there by Fryer, and the side is retired. 3 strong innings for Robbie Brown, and at the end of 2.5 innings of play, it's still the Legends 1 and the Orioles 0. Los Angeles batting here in the bottom of the third. It's L.A. versus Dallas. L.A. in the light blue tops with the white pants. And the Orioles, I'm not sure whose uniform that is. It doesn't look like anything from Baltimore as we go to the bottom half of the inning. Swing and a miss by Cody Haley. Haley, Kucha, and then we go back to the top of the order and Ethan Hale. Home half of the third inning. Cody Stevens in the first with 1 out, drew a walk, stole second, and came in on the Sahagan base hit to center field. That's all the scoring, 1-0, and a high chopper out in front of the plate. Sims fields his position well and proves it evident on that play as he throws out Cody Haley at first base, and there's 1 down. 1-3 if you're scoring at home. Nate Kucha will be the batter. Kuchta. Ball one. Yeah, I was watching Nate in pregame, and, sometimes you look at a guy and you can tell he's a ball player. Kind of surprising that he's at the bottom of the order, though I think he's had some struggles in this World Series. Went after the high pitch that time. Got a couple of strikes on him. Good stance, well balanced up there. And a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. 2 down, Ethan Hale. Sometimes with that open stance, as Hale digs in, he popped up to the first baseman and is 0 for 1. Takes a high and tight fastball, and ball one. One ball and no strikes to the speedy Ethan Hale. I was talking about that open stance that Kuchta has, a slightly open stance, and a lot of guys will think that, he's trying to pull everything, and you don't necessarily have to. I've seen guys with an open stance like that, inside out the swing, let the ball travel a little bit further and line it out to left center, or left field, and I don't know. I haven't seen Nate bat enough to know his tendencies, but we'll see what both pitchers today, starting pitchers in this winner-take-all championship game, are hard throwers. We had a couple of guys in the game before this. We did a live stream for the San Jose Giants, and they were throwing high 80s. I think San Jose's starting pitcher has gotten up into the 90s. That's a slider down and away. Well, that's one of those pitches that you have to try to identify, and it's so hard to do, the slider. And that is strike 3 called, and he knew it, and that is that here in the third. We are heading to the 4th inning of play from Tempe Diablo Stadium. Jeff Lowry with you on the APN Baseball Network. The Legends up by 1. Go to the 4th. Top of the order, or rather second place hitter, Jamie Lovell will start things off, the shortstop. Number 2 hitter, Robbie Brown, now in his 4th inning of work for the LA Legends. Hammered into center field, a long run, and the catch is made by Fryer as he drifts over to the gap in left center field and out number 1. So a nice running catch out there by the Legends center fielder. 1 up and 1 down, and the man who tripled back in the first inning with 2 out to right field, Gabe Gonzalez. No balls and 1 strike to him. Hit a line drive that went over the head of Matt Politis, and Matt got shaken up. I think he did a little damage to that right shoulder. To what extent, we don't know as of right now. 21. We got Tim Kirchin going down there to check him out and give us a report. And an inside-out swing, and that's fouled out of play. 2 strikes on Gonzalez. Here's that blazing fastball, the high fastball by Robbie Brown in his 4th inning of work. 3 2/3 innings so far. 1 strikeout, no walks, and he has yielded 2 base hits, including the Gonzalez triple back in the first. Well, he's really battling up there and almost hit that ball into our press box up here. Gonzalez at the plate, slightly open stance against the right-hander Robbie Brown. And he lost him ball 4. The first walk issued by LA legend starting pitcher Robbie Brown. So runner at first with 1 out. And now the first baseman, Aaron Mashpitz. Popped him up, and this ball will stay in play. The catcher is there while holding the face mask. And he had a bit of a snow cone on it. That's not an easy play. He's battling high sky and sun, the face mask, all that equipment. And Anthony Alvarez comes up with a fine play and a big second out in this close 1-0 lead for the LA Legends. Here's Adam, the second baseman, 0 for 1, grounded to short back in the second. A high and tight fastball missed inside ball 1. Runner at first with 2 out. A 1-out walk to Gonzalez. He's at first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. And the throw down to second. And the tag is just late. Great tag, by the way, by Rosengard. I mean, he had to do that snap tag as the throw was coming in, and it was just a little late. Choking up on the bat is the second baseman, and he loops one down the right field line. Foul ball. Well, a good effort out there by Ryan Stevens, who took over for Politis in the first inning after the injury to his shoulder. Still choking up is Adam, and he swings and misses, and down he goes. Clutch pitching, good defense. Strikeout number 2 for Robbie Brown, and we're halfway through the 4th inning of play. The Legends with a 1-0 lead, and here is the man who has scored the only run of the game in Cody Stevens. It'll be Stevens, Rosengard, and Sahagan, 2, 3, and 4 for Brett Klasko's Legends. First pitch outside, ball 1. Bottom half of the 4th inning. Sims in his 4th inning of work, the starting pitcher for the Orioles. A foul ball to the right side evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. High chopper. Baltimore chop to the shortstop. He's got it. He throws, and not in time. Outstanding speed pays off. And that'll be an infield hit, even though Lovell gave it a valiant effort. A valiant effort at shortstop. So the leadoff hitter is aboard. And for the first time in 8 half innings of play, we have a leadoff hitter aboard. One reason why it's been a low-scoring game. High chopper to shortstop. Lovell has to second and throws it on to first. And what a dazzling play right there. But I think he beat the rap, and he did, but still a sensational play by Jamie Lovell. So a fielder's choice. That goes 6-4. And now the cleanup hitter, the first baseman, the man who drove in the only run of the game back in the first inning with a single to center field, Jake Sahagan. Beautiful but warm day. We're getting into the high 80s here. You get a look at the bench. Everybody up on the railing. Runner goes. Pitch is taken. The one-hop throw, safe. Second stolen base of the day, Ben Rosengard with a successful steal of second. And now Jake with a chance of driving a run for the second time in 2 at-bats. This ballpark opened up in 1969 for a team called the Seattle Pilots. That was 8 years before the Mariners became an expansion team. There's a swing and a miss and another stolen base. I'll tell you what, he's doing his best impression of Ellie De La Cruz of the Cincinnati Reds. He stole second. He has stolen third. Still only one out here in the bottom of the fourth in the pitch. And that one's grounded foul. Big at bat in this game, even though we're only in the bottom of the fourth inning. No time limit on the championship game. No 3-hour time limit. Now, this game has been moving at a very, I wouldn't say speedy pace. The pitch. Strike three called. It looked like a borderline pitch. That is the fifth punch out of the day for Trevor Sims, his fifth strikeout. And now let's see what Scott Savage can do. 1-0 Legends. They have a runner at third and 2 out, and Savage at the plate. Fastball high, 1 ball and no strikes. Ray Fosse, many of you probably have seen that infamous play where Pete Rose in the 70 All-Star game barreled him over. And Ray Fosse was the first in a spring training game to hit a home run here. I was getting ready to say that when Ken Griffey Jr. first arrived here back when it was the Seattle Mariners spring training home, apparently his first day of batting practice, he cleared the eye wall in dead center field. Big swing and a miss by Savage. He does not get cheated. And Griffey, went on to hit over 600 career home runs. For a 19-year-old to have that kind of power, that's something else. Savage stays alive as he hangs tough with a runner at third base. Looking for an insurance run here. You got a wide shot of Tempe Diablo Stadium on this sunsplash afternoon. 2 outs, 2 strikes. And this one is popped up. The second baseman backpedals into the grass in right field, and he dropped the ball, and that's going to cost the Orioles a run. That'll be an error on the second baseman, and he's really kicking himself right now. So an error by Adam at second base to Zinski. Runner at first, 2 out. The run is in. No RBI for Scott Savage, and now Ryan Stevens, who came in to play right field as Matt Politis got injured on a line drive triple by Gonzalez in the first for the Orioles. Runner at first. Sims was not too happy after he saw his second baseman drop a routine pop-up. The funny thing about it, I may be wrong, it seemed like he used 2 hands. And that's a swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And 6 Ks now for Trevor Sims. Another run comes across, an unearned run, but it's a run nonetheless. We go to the top of the 5th. Legends 2, Orioles nothing. Jeff Lowry back here. We go to the top of the 5th inning, our trivia question inning. So get your thinking caps on. Big swing and a miss. This is Pete Wondera. He actually spells it Onedera, like Wondera, not Juan. So he is up there for the second time against Robbie Brown, who has been absolutely sensational. And that is a swing and a miss. That is the 3rd strikeout of the day for Brown. He's walked 1, and he has issued just 2 base hits through 4 1/3 and shutout baseball. Top of the 5th, 2-0 LA Legends. With the Orioles batting in the all-white, or actually they got the gray pants and the white tops. I think some of the guys do have white pants. Tim Haynen out 3 unassisted back in the second inning. And he had a pretty good cut at that one. Our trivia question. There are 6 pitchers in Major League Baseball history who have eclipsed 3,000 strikeouts in their career, yet did not walk 1,000. Now, 2 of them are still active, so they could fall off the list. And I think both those pitchers kind of recently got onto the list. 4 of these pitchers are retired. 3 are in the Hall of Fame, rightly so. And because of some of the sports writers we have in this country, he is not in the Hall of Fame and should be. The guy that was a postseason phenom, won world championships with multiple teams, was in a World Series with 3 different teams, had a season where he had a better than 10-1, and as that one is ball 4. Second walk issued here by Robbie Brown. So think about it. 6 pitchers, 2 active, 4 retired, 3,000 strikeouts, under 1,000 walks. So the batter is going to be Austin. I can't read my own writing. This is Austin Roderick, starting right fielder. So Robbie Brown, with a runner at first and 1 out, he has struck out a total of 3 batters in the game. Check that, 4 batters. I cheated him. 4 batters, he has walked 2. Bounce back to the mound. Here is a line drive caught. Double him off at first base. And at the end of 4.5, a fine defensive play by Robbie Brown. That is a double play that goes 1-3. And at the end of 4.5, still LA up by 2 on the Dallas Orioles. This is a 25 Mountain Division National Championship game. Brian Holman to start things off. Home half of inning number 5. And the first pitch is outside, ball 1. This is the 5th inning of work for Trevor Sims. And a high chopper to Lovell, and he let that ball play him, and that's the second error committed by the Orioles. I really don't think he knew what to do with that ground ball. He got it in between the hop, and so the leadoff hitter is aboard for the second straight inning for the Legends, who lead it 2-0, home half of the 5th inning. Fastball inside, ball 1 to Alex Delk. Delk is 0 for 1. Here's a stolen base attempt. That goes out into center field. And Holman's going to stay right there. 3rd steal of the day for the Legends. Good hard fastball. Sims and Brown, the 2 starting pitchers, both very hard throwers. Runner at second in scoring position, nobody out. Popped him up. And Alex, let's see if he's going to be retired by the catcher. And he dropped the ball, and that'll be their 3rd error of the game.
2 hands.
Delk had a good cut at that one and fouled it back. Staying alive up there. He'd like to at least hit a ground ball to the right side, move that runner up to 3rd with less than 2 outs. Power versus power right here. Some of the crowd, I think, wanted a called strike there. Delk with a runner at second and nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch. Man, I'll tell you what, that was an outstanding at bat for Delk, and able to take that last pitch. That was a close pitch to take. So runners are at first and second, an error, a walk, and now the patriarch of this LA Legends team having a nice discussion with Cody Haley, and he's listening to everything he's got to say. Cody bounced out, pitcher to first, back in the third inning to lead things off in that third inning. Trevor Sims having a discussion with his infield with runners at first and third, probably discussing if it's a ground ball, who's going to cover what, or if it's a bunt. It is a bunt, and that's a foul ball. Well, if he can lay one down and a good one and move up these runners, that would be huge. Swing and a miss. Nothing in two, so I would assume the bunt would be off with 2 strikes. If you foul tip a ball or you foul it off with 2 strikes trying to bunt, it's considered a strikeout. The 0-2. And he makes some contact, but he got under it. And not an infield fly rule, but a basket catch. Fine play by Jamie Lovell. And there's one down. They might have got a force out at second base even if he dropped the ball. Here's Nate for the second time, the third baseman. He was a strikeout victim, 1 of 6 by Trevor Sims, the starting pitcher for the LA Legends. Just a reminder that our trivia question, 6 pitchers, 2 active, 4 retired, 3,000 Ks with less than 1,000 career walks. And the one guy that's not in the Hall of Fame, the 2 active guys are sure bet Hall of Famers. I was getting ready to say, I don't know if I finished my thought. He had one season where he had better than a 10-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. And I mean, and this is a guy that struck out, I believe, over 300 batters that season. That is a cut on and miss and a strikeout, number 7 for Trevor Sims. After 4 2/3 innings, we go back to the top of the order with 2 out. And runners at first and second, here's Ethan Hale. Ethan looking for his first hit. It could not come at a better time with 2 on and 2 out. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Bottom of the 5th, Legends at the plate. They lead it 2-0. Strike 2 called on a borderline pitch that apparently nipped the inside corner, the 0-2 pitch, and that went inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ethan Hale. Trevor Sims would love his 8th strikeout of the game right now. And a high chopper over the pitcher's mound. This is going to be trouble, and no play anywhere. The bases are loaded on an infield hit by Ethan Hale. That is only the 3rd hit of the day for the Legends. And owner of one of the 3 hits is at the plate right now, Cody Stevens, who scored the first run of the game on an RBI single in the first by Jake Sahagan. So nowhere to go and nowhere to hide for starting pitcher Trevor Sims. The bases are loaded with 2 out. The pitch. And he just blew it by him. Good fastball. Maybe his best fastball. I would say that was better than 85 miles per hour. And another one. Just nothing but the cheese, the high cheese. And a good job by Cody laying off that pitch. Well, they're trying to cheer him on over there in the first base dugout. The 2-strike pitch to Cody Stevens with the bases loaded. And he missed with the fastball high and away. So the count is even on Cody Stevens with Ben Rosengard, the shortstop, on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the bases are loaded. And Stevens come through and add some insurance runs here for the Legends. And he fouls it off. Almost looked like Trevor Sims committed a balk before that last pitch to Cody. Bases loaded, bottom half of the fifth inning, 2-0 Legends. They have the bases loaded, 2 out. And another big moment in this game. I mean, a 2-0 lead in a championship winner-take-all game may not be enough. But you can't afford to go down by 3 or 4 if you're the Orioles. Strike 3 called. Another borderline pitch. And 8 strikeouts for Trevor Sims. Outstanding job. So we are heading now to the top of the 6th inning. The Legends lead it 2-0 over the Orioles. All right, we go to the top of the 6th inning. The Orioles trying to get something going here. Bottom part of their lineup and starting pitcher, Trevor Sims. Sims, Belcher, we'll see if they add anybody to the bottom of the order. On a beautiful day for the 25 Mountain Division winner-take-all championship game. Sims has one of the 2 hits in the game, the other one by Gonzalez. Through 5 innings, Robbie Brown has been stellar, pitching shutout baseball on 2 hits. He has struck out 4, he's walked 2. And there's a close-up look at Robbie Brown. So that's punch-out number 5 for Robbie Brown. Scattering 2 hits through his first 5 1/3. And now the batter is going to be Nick Belcher. First pitch to Belcher is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. And it's 0-2. Couldn't catch up with the heat. No balls and 2 strikes. Final hitter in the lineup, number 10 hitter for the Dallas Orioles. The Legends are also starting. The starting lineup also batted 10. The 0-2 pitch. And it is strike 3 called, and he knew it. Caught looking. First time he has struck somebody out looking. There's Tom Prendergast, the tournament director, staying busy. Well, it's good to see Matt is still in the ballpark, and it doesn't look like he's in a lot of pain. He's kind of smiling down there, and they're enjoying a 2-0 lead, 2 out. And now the batter is Scott Split, the leadoff hitter. He is 0 for 2. Again, our trivia question, we'll give you the answer coming up here in the bottom of the 6th. 6 pitchers in Major League Baseball history, 3,000 Ks, less than 1,000 walks in their career. 3 Hall of Famers. Two out, nobody on here in the top of the 6th inning. Didn't miss by much, did he? Robbie is putting together, well, to be honest, both pitchers have thrown an outstanding game. Trevor Sims, of the 2 runs, 1 is unearned. He has 8 strikeouts in the game, and he's walked only 2 through 5 innings. Ground ball down to third, but foul. Nice pick up there by Nate at third base. He got the start at third. Alvarez behind the plate for the LA Legends. I'll tell you, that fastball just explodes out of the right hand of Robbie Brown. And I would assume he's got to be throwing at least mid-80s. It would be fun if the stadium would allow us their radar gun. Absolutely. Swing and got a piece of it. Two strikes. Scott Splitt, the leadoff hitter in the lineup for the Orioles. And did he go around? And they're going to say no. Let's see if Brown can pick up his 7th K. And a fly ball down the right side. This is going to be out of play. So it's been a good battle between Scott Splitt and Robbie Brown. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And strike 3 called. Oh, he called it ball 4. Not sure about that one, and that was awfully close to be taking. So that brings the tying run to the plate. Shortstop Jamie Lovell. Lovell looking for his first hit of the game. Had a healthy cut at that one, fouls it off. Popped him up. The pitcher, now the first baseman, wisely calls him off and takes care of business. Nice catch by Cody, and that'll retire the side. No runs, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Legends in this winner-take-all championship game still leads 2-0. Getting a wide shot of Tempe Diablo Stadium. It opened in 1969 for the Seattle Pilots, which 1 year later moved to Milwaukee to become the Brewers. They were in the American League in those days. Now the Brewers reside in the National League Central. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It'll be 3, 4, and 5, starting with Benjamin Rosengard, the shortstop. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the 4th, stole 2nd, stole 3rd, and came in on an error. 2-0 Legends. And it's 0-2. Pretty loose crowd down there in the first base dugout, occupied by the LA Legends. This is the 6th inning of work for Trevor Sims. He has struck out 8. He has pitched an outstanding game through 5 innings. And he's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ben Rosengard, Benjamin. Eight strikeouts in total. He's given up just 3 hits. That one off the glove of the catcher. Full count. Got him swinging. So that is strikeout number 9. Jake digs in, an RBI single in the first, a strikeout victim his last time up. No on, 1 out. And he was way out. He was trying to get ahead of that fastball, and I think he got something with a little bend to it. And I stand corrected. The new pitcher now is Jacob Sudrith. So Jacob Sudrith is in for Sims, who goes 5, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, struck out 8, walked 3. Pitched an outstanding game, but I think he was starting to run out of gas. And now Sudrith in a game that is still anybody's game to win. Even though the Orioles are down 2-0, they still got 3 more at bats, at least in the regulation 9 innings. That ball hit him. So with 1 out, the first batter hit in this game. And Jake heads down to first, and here is Scott Savage. 2-0 Legends as they bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Strike called, 0-1. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Scott Savage. Trying to get something going with a runner at first, 1 out here in the 6th. And here's a fly ball into right field and medium depth. And this ball is going to be caught by Stobart, and there's 2 down. Well, even in right field, he's battling this guy in the bright sun. Ryan Stevens is 0 for 2. A strikeout victim his last time up. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. He takes a strike. So the first player that ended his career with less than 1,000 walks and 3,000 strikeouts, had his best seasons with the Chicago Cubs back in the 60s and 70s, Ferguson Jenkins, who was a Hall of Fame pitcher. The second pitcher to achieve that notoriety of 3,000 Ks or more in less than 1,000 strikeouts. Runner goes, 4th stolen base, and Jake will stay put. With 2 out, he's in scoring position. Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux just simply did not walk that many people unless he wanted to. And that is strike 3 called. We'll finish the answer to that when we come back in the 7th. 10 strikeouts in total now for the Dallas Orioles, but they are on the wrong side of a 2-0 ledger. We're heading to the top of the 7th from Tempe Diablo Stadium. This is apmvideo.com. Well, we got a new pitcher for Robbie Brown, who was 6 innings of 2-hit shutout baseball, striking out 6. He did walk 3 batters. And the first baseman comes over to pitch, and here's a swing and a line drive on the very first pitch by Gonzalez. He's 2 for 3. So a clean single to center field, and the tying run comes to the plate, and Aaron Mashpitz. Runner at first, nobody out. Top of the 7th inning. Mashpitz takes a strike, and it's 0-1. He's 0 for 2. Way inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So you got Fergie Jenkins, Greg Maddux, the answer to our trivia question, and, of course, Pedro Martinez, who I've always said, and you can disagree or agree if you want, there is an argument he may be the best pitcher of all time because of the amount of strikeouts, his dominance, 3 Cy Youngs, and pitching in the American League East in the steroid era. There's an argument. I would say Pedro and Randy Johnson in their prime has there ever been 2 better starting pitchers? I think it's debatable. That's out of play. So you've got Ferguson Jenkins, Greg Maddux, Pedro Martinez as this one's scorched up the middle and into center field, a base hit. And going from first to third, throw to third is not in time. Oh, I don't know about that one. That was a bang-bang play at third base. And I thought the tag might have been made, but I'll tell you what, the home plate umpire was all over it. So you got runners at first and third. Brett Klasko, the manager of the Legends, now just coming out to talk to his first baseman, one of the team leaders on this club, and Sahagan. And a swing and a miss. Runners on the corners with nobody out. The tying run at first. Tuzinski looking for his first hit. Squares the bunt, pops it up, and it's out of play. So your runners are at first and third, nobody out. 2-0 Legends with the Orioles batting in the top of the 7th, and a high fly ball to right field. This might be deep enough to score the run. Here's the catch, the tag, and the throw home is going to be cut off. A sacrifice fly for Tuzinski, and it's a 1-run game as the Orioles finally break the ice here and score their first run here in the 7th inning. So you got a runner at first and 1 out. Wandera has struck out both times, and he lines one over the shortstop's head in the left center field base hit. So they have had more hits in this 7th inning than they did the entire game. 3 hits in the inning, and that's going to be all for Sahagan. So he's going to give way to, looks like Henke. Kyle Hankey is the third pitcher used. Brown went the front 6, struck out 6, walked 3, gave up only 2 hits and no runs at all. So you got runners at first and second. They have the go-ahead run on base for the first time this afternoon. So Greg Maddux, Pedro Martinez, Fergie Jenkins, and then the man I think should be in the Hall of Fame, Curt Schilling. Gave you some of his impressive statistics. I mean, the years that he had in Arizona were phenomenal. Fly ball, left field, long run, base hit. It gets down, and another run is going to score, and we are tied. Throw to second, and that throw is waiting on him. But they tie the game on an RBI hit by Tim Haynen, and we're tied at 2 apiece. Austin Roderick with a chance to give his team their first lead of the contest. And then we have 2 pitchers that are still pitching. I don't know if they've announced their retirement yet. If they have, then I guess they are retired, and they would be included with the other 4 that are retired. Justin Verlander. But now Verlander comes back. He's only about 50, 51 walks, 53 walks, something like that, shy of 1,000. And then the other guy, and I remember he started with the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I remember when they traded him to Detroit, and I said they are going to live to regret that move. I couldn't have been any more right about something. Here's a looper, trouble, and the right fielder sliding catch, and that was Jake Sahagan on a spectacular play that preserves the tie. Hang a star on that one. But the Orioles get 2 in the top of the 7th. What a game in this 25 and over Mountain Division winner-take-all championship. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Brian Holman, Alex Delk, and Cody Haley will be the first 3. Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander, both on that very exclusive list of career 3,000 strikeouts, less than 1,000 walks. Thank you for being patient through that. That took longer than I thought it would take. Strike 3 called. Boy, they are racking up the strikeouts. Sudrith, since coming in, has struck out 3. 2 looking. And that's outside ball 1 to Delk. He's looking for his first hit. And he's 0 for 1 with a walk. 11 strikeouts now for Dallas Orioles pitching. '25 and over Mountain Division National Championship game of the 2024 MSBL World Series. Sudrith, in an inning and a third, has 3 strikeouts. He hit a batter. And Trevor Sims is off the hook for the loss in this game. Should Dallas go on and would lose the game, he'll get a no decision. And Robbie Brown can no longer win this game, the starting pitcher for L.A. Alex has struck out and walked in his 2 plate appearances. He's run the count full, with Cody Haley, the scheduled hitter, on deck. Tim Haynen doing the catching for the Orioles. Line drive, right field, base hit with 1 out. Second time that Alex has been on base So runner at first base and one man out here in the home half of the seventh. The Orioles just put 2 runs up in the top of the inning to tie the game. And now the batter is Cody Haley. He has bounced out 1-3 and popped up to the shortstop. And another little trivia. I thought this was interesting, and I think I've known this. And, you know, of course, the passing of Peter Edward Rose, the all-time hit leader. You know, I grew up in the north of Cincinnati, a good hour and a half, as he squares the bunt, takes a ball outside. And, you know, growing up, Pete Rose was my favorite player. He was my favorite athlete probably until Larry Bird came along. And, I mean, to watch Pete, it was so interesting. He is the only player in baseball history, as this one skied down the line. This is going to find the seats out of play. Well, not quite. Pete is the only player in baseball history, amongst other accolades, to play 5 different positions in an all-star game. He played second, he played third, and all 3 outfield positions, apparently. Maybe first base. That's strike 3 called. Or strike 2 called. Cody with a runner on and 1 out here in the home half of the 7th inning. Ground ball back up the middle. Nice play there by Sudworth. He'll go second one, throw it on to first, and that's an inning double play. Well turned there by the Dallas Orioles, who seem like they've got some momentum now as we head to the 8th. I'm Jeff Lowry. This is APNvideo.com. Well, you couldn't ask for more in this 25 and over Mountain Division winner-take-all national championship game. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Dallas had trailed most of the game. In fact, after 1, it was 1-0 Legends on an RBI single by Jake Sahagan, and then they got an unearned run in the 4th, but 2 runs for Dallas in the top of the 7th tied things up. That ball hit the bat. He was trying to duck out of the way of it. Starting pitcher Trevor Sims now at the plate, and he swings and lifts one in the air. First base side, should be easy. Cody Haley, 1 down, 1 pitch. Well, couple of pitches and 1 out. Going to get a new hitter, a pinch hitter. This is going to be Boston Coppage. Coppage batting for the first time. And he swings and lifts one in the air to right field. And the second outstanding play by Jake after taking over in right field after he pitched a short time in the 2-run top of the 7th. And so a line drive to right. There is quickly 2 outs here in the inning. We go back to the top of the order, and Scott Split. Leadoff hitter in the lineup has been on base 1 time in 3 tries. And he swings and hits one out in the center field. That is a base hit. So his first base hit of the ball game comes at a good time with 2 out here in the top of the 8th inning. We're in a 2-2 tie in this winner-take-all 25 Mountain Division World Championship game. Lovell, the shortstop, is looking for his first hit. He is 0 for 3. Takes a strike. And the perfect and dangerous Gonzalez on deck. He's got a triple, a single, a run scored, and a walk in 3 tries. Robbie Brown started this game, went 6 innings of shutout 2-hit baseball. Throw down to second, and a good try there by Stevens. Tried to decoy the umpire, but it's a successful steal. That is only their 2nd steal of the ball game. But that run at second base represents the go-ahead run. Hinkie with a good fastball. Brown, as I mentioned, 6 innings of 2-hit shutout baseball, struck out 6. And then Hinkie came in for Jake Sahagan, who actually is going to be tagged with the 2 runs that the Orioles scored. That's in there for a strike. Good pitch. I don't know if that was a cutter or a high slider. So you got a runner at second and 2 out. Tie game, top of the 8th inning. 2-2 tie here at Tempe, Diablo Stadium. And the 3-2 pitch coming up momentarily. And this one skips away from the catcher. I thought that was 3-2. In fact, the home plate umpire, yeah, that's what I thought. Home plate umpire signaled 3-2 before that last pitch. So you got runners at first and third. So let's see if Mr. Hinkie can slam the door. And now the manager coming out, Brett Klasko, and he's going to make a pitching change. Well, Hinkie did well. He has not given up a run as of now. And they're going to give way to Alex Von Horn. Tom Van Kooten. New pitcher. Fresh arm. Throw down. And here comes a throw to the plate. It was a double steal, and it's in time at the plate. He's out. What a bang play and a sensational tag by Alvarez and the throw from the shortstop Rosengard. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're still tied 2-2 on the Arizona Play-by-Play Network. Bottom half of the 8th inning championship game. A 2-2 tie. Jeff Lowry here from apmvideo.com. 3rd inning of work for the hard thrower. Jacob Sudworth. And he's behind at 2 balls and no strikes. So you've got a new hitter up here. This is Fryer, the center fielder, batting for the starting third baseman. And once again, everybody up on that first base dugout, occupied by the Legends on the railing. So the Legends up there with a chance maybe, and what they hope will be the final time they come to the plate this afternoon. And a swing and a miss, and that is a strikeout. That is the 12th punch out of the day. And the 4th for Jacob since he's entered the game in relief of Trevor Sims, who pitched outstanding. 5 innings of 3-hit, 1-run baseball, gave up an unearned run, and 8 strikeouts. So the first 2 batters have been retired as Ethan Hale grounds out to second, and now Cody Stevens. Line drive, base hit, center field with 2 out. Well, Cody Stevens not only has gotten the job done in the field, but he has also had 2 hits, a walk, and 4 tries. And now Benjamin, the shortstop, is looking for his first hit. He takes a knee-high strike, and it's 0-1. Sahagan is on deck, and then that would be Scott Savage to follow. 2 out, runner at first, tied at 2-2, winner-take-all championship game. And that ball hit him. That will push the go-ahead run into scoring position. First time that he has earned a base in this game. He was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a fielder's choice and a run scored. And now the cleanup hitter and now right fielder who has made 2 key catches since going into right field, Jake Sahagan. And he had a good cut but fouls it off. RBI single in the first, struck out in the 4th. He's been hit by a pitch. 4th time up. First and second occupied, 2 outs. And the slider ate him up and he swings over the top of it. 0-2. The Legends need a big hit right here and right now. The 2-strike pitch. And that ball hit him. Can you believe it? Back to back here. So now the bases are loaded for Scott Savage, and he is due. He is 0 for 3 in the game. As you look at the brain trust down there, Anthony Cass. Now Savage with a chance to push across the go-ahead run, and he went around on a breaking pitch down and away. No balls, 1 strike on Scott Savage. Stevens at third, Rosengard at second. Jake is at first. The 0-1 pitch might be the same one he saw a moment ago. And a hard fastball in the inner half. Looked like maybe a 2-seamer. Sudrith in his 3rd inning of work. He is ahead in the count, and he has been ahead of the count in this 8th inning. But he's hit a couple of batters, and now the base is loaded, 2 out. And the 2-strike pitch to Savage. And a drive into right field. It's in there. Base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes the 2nd run home. The throw to the plate is late. A 2-run single for Scott Savage. And the Legends have taken the lead 4-2. What a clutch hit. And with the velocity that Sundreth has been throwing with, what a great piece of hitting by Scott as he just took what he could get, and he takes it to the opposite field. He let the ball travel just a hair longer, and he got solid contact. He put it between first and second, and the Legends lead it 4-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Swing and a miss by Ryan Stevens. And the runner goes. And he will walk to second base. And runners are at second and third. 2 out. Let's see if Stevens can come through here. He got a piece of it. He went after the high cheese. 2-hit batsman, and that's been the key in this inning. We're in the bottom of the 8th. The Legends with 2 runs in on a Savage 2-run single to right field. 2-strike pitch. And just a little high, maybe a little outside. 1-2. Wide shot of Tempe Diablo Stadium. Sudrith trying to keep him at bay, and it's fouled off. Even with a 2-run lead, if you're the Legends, you certainly can't rest on your laurels. And I'm sure we'll see Tom Van Kooten in the top of the 9th inning. He looked like he went around, but no appeal. Tom Van Kooten waiting to come into this game. His team has staked him to a 2-run lead, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners are still at second and third with 2 out. And Stevens battling at the plate. Ryan takes ball 3. This has not been an easy inning for the Dallas Orioles. The pitch. Strike 3 called, and that'll retire the side. The Legends get 2. When we come back, the top of the 9th inning, can the Orioles make a run for it? They trail 4-2 as we go to the top of the 9th. This is the 25 Mountain Division winner-take-all national championship. All right, as anticipated, Tom Van Kooten is going to try to wrap it up. He's going for the save in this 25 and over Mountain Division National Championship game. Dallas has been a never-say-die ball club throughout this tournament, and the first batter, Gonzalez, is hit by a pitch. Not a good start here for the Legends, who just put up 2 runs on the board. And the last thing that the manager will tell you after you have a big inning, it wasn't a big inning, but it was a big inning considering the circumstances, is that you don't want any free passes by your pitching staff. So here's Aaron. That is the 4th time in 4 at-bats that Gonzalez has reached base. A little high tag down there by Cody. I don't think he meant to do that. Mashbitz had a base hit his last time up and a run scored. He is 1 for 3. We're in the top of the 9th inning. The Legends got 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning to take their second lead of the contest at 4-2. We've had 1 tie. And here's a smash into right field. It's going to get by the right fielder. It's going to roll to the warning track. Here's Jacob with the ball, and that should score the run, and it is a 1-run affair with a runner at second base. RBI double for Aaron Mashbitz, his 2nd straight hit, and now another meeting of the minds. So not a very good start here for Tom. He hits the first batter in Gonzalez, who comes around to score on the double by Mashbitz. Nobody out, tying run at second, and it is now 4-3. Not a very good bunt by Tosinski, who had a sacrifice fly his last time up, and he's 0 for 2. Runner takes his lead at second. He's the tying run. Legends in the field, leading it 4-3 the pitch. And a high drive in the right center field, and this ball is going to be in there for a hit. And the runner is not going to advance to home. He's going to stay at third. He had to wait and see if that ball was caught. He did not get a very good read on it. That is the courtesy runner, Stobart. And now the next batter, this is a new hitter. And this is Matt Pay, P-A-Y. So you've got first and third. You've got the go-ahead run at first. And not a bad pitch by Tom right there. Well, would you give up the run here with nobody out, first and third, to get the double play? Well, if the ball's hit the second and shortstop, that is the situation. If it's hit to the corners hard, they're probably going to try to hold the runner, or they will have to come home. So Van Kooten has went the distance to Pay, batting for the first time. Matt Pay in the 3-2. He struck him out swinging, and that was absolutely huge. There's one down. Next up is Tim Hainan. Base hit, walk, in 3 tries. Strike called. A ground double play could give the Legends the 2024 Mountain National Championship. And a smash down the line, 98 off the bat, according to StatCast, and it's 0-2. So Tim Hainan with the tying run at third base, runner at first, the go-ahead. And he skies one back into the seats and out of play. Another 2-strike pitch to Tim Hainan. And here it is. And that one bounced up there. Oh, what a save that time by the catcher. What a tremendous play by Anthony Alvarez. That ball was heading to the backstop, and he makes the stop and holds the runner at third. The 2-strike pitch again, and another foul. Boy, he is hanging tough. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Breaking ball got him swinging, and there's 2 down. What a gutsy pitch by Tom Van Kooten. 2 down in the inning. And the last hope here for Dallas with runners at first and third, the tying run at third. And that's in there for a strike to Roderick. Austin is looking for his first hit of the night, or the day. Tom Van Kooten trying to pick up the save here for Henke. And here's a fly ball in the right field. This will do it. And your 2024 25 and over Mountain Division National Champions are the Legends of Los Angeles, California. What a job by Tom Van Kooten. He picks up the save. We invite you to stay with us for our post-game report. And Robbie Brown might be our player of the game. Savage, a total team effort. Let's send it down to the field for post-game.
Introduce yourself again.
All right, I'm Scott Savage.
I'm Tom Van Kooten.
Okay. How's this feel?
Oh, it's amazing. This is no better feeling. We wait for this all year and to come out and just 7-0. Awesome. I have no words. It was awesome.
Well, they had first and third, nobody out. How are you feeling out on the mound?
You know, I can only control my own stuff. It is what it is. You know, get beyond the first two and just, they put me out there for a reason. Just keep throwing my pitches.
Yeah.
How did you get into the game of baseball? What was it that got you hooked on this game?
You know, it's just been my life since I've been little, and it started early and never really thought about the start of it. It's just always been going.
How about you?
Oh, I owe everything to baseball. My friends, my job, my wife. It's the best game in the world, and I'm gonna give it all I have until I can't do it. So that's what baseball means to me.
All right, gentlemen, world champs.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
How's it
Who's
feel?
next? Awesome. Great team win. Everyone contributed. So great group of guys. Great week out here in Arizona. So we'll be back next year.
Final score from the ballpark, 4-2. The Legends 25 Mountain Division National Champions. The winning pitcher is it's Van Kooten. And the losing pitcher in this game, Jacob Sudreth.